Welcome, SAS, to this special episode of ESC TV. Today I'm here with the three seniors of the ESC, here to say thank you on behalf of ourselves to the ESC and to the rest of the service community for everything that we've gone through.
We are so incredibly honored and happy to be a part of this amazing community filled with talented and compassionate people. You guys have really inspired us over our 4 years here at SAS. We have enjoyed every single minute being a part of the service community.
Yeah, honestly, this community has been an integral part of our lives for a long time, and we're excited to bring you the special episode of ESC TV to commemorate the class of 2020's contributions to the service community, as well as leave you with a few happy thoughts for the underclassmen going into next year and future years.
All right, thank you all again. And without further ado, let's get into this episode. So to start us off today, we're going to be hearing from SPAR about their plans next year going forward. Let's hear it. Hey Atharv, welcome to ESC TV.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So can you tell me a little bit about what SPAR has planned next year?
So next year for SPAR, we're really trying to diversify what people can do within the club. In the past, we focused a lot on shelter visits, and we get that people love shelter visits. It's something we definitely want to continue. I mean, who doesn't want to go to shelters and, play with animals and care for them? But at the same time, we recognize that we want to have more service within just SAS. So for example, next year, the three main committees we're thinking of right now are going to be our service committee, which plans activities such as our puppy cafe, which is probably one of the biggest activities we do each year. We bring puppies to school and allow people to play with them, raise money for charities, and allow people to de-stress during finals week. Another committee that we're going to be attempting to do is journalism committee, which is going to have a more in-depth look at animals and animal rights. And then we'll have our advocacy committee, which is actually transferring on from this year. And it's going to be a more fun, artsy committee in which if you like designing posters and things like that, we have a bulletin that we've set up and you can put posters on that and get the word out in a fun way to the general student body. We are still going to be continuing with shelter visits, of course, which are probably some of, if not our very own biggest draws, right? For example, we partner with shelters and organizations like Causes for Animals. We partner with Muffs and Mittens. And we go there about every weekend for 3 to 4 hours and help them care for the animals, walk the dogs, help the dogs get out of the shelter a bit. And it's a really, really fun experience. It's really enriching because, if you're into animals, if you love animals, then the number one thing you're going to want to do as animal service is interact with them, play with them. And from all the feedback we've gotten, it's a really lovely thing that our members really like doing. If you're excited about animals, just join SPAR. It's going to be a great experience for you.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, SPAR. That sounds awesome. Now on to the Wish for Kids interview.
Hi, Emma. Welcome to ESC TV.
Thank you.
So can you tell me a little bit about what you guys have planned for next year?
Sure. So recently we started a Instagram account, SAS Wish for Kids, if you want to go follow us. And so basically why we started is because we want to start incorporating more advocacy into our service. A lot of what we've been doing so far is fundraising and book donation, but we recognize that advocacy is another important part of spreading our mission and raising awareness. As you probably know, our teacher karaoke fundraiser, we've been doing that for 2 years now. It's still popular, so we're hoping to continue that, do that again this coming year. Maybe with some new teachers, who knows? Basically a chance for entertainment from our lovely teachers. So how it works is a week before the actual event, we will set out jars in front of the high school office with all the teachers that had previously agreed to be a possible participant. And during the week, people will put money in the jar for who they want to see sing at the end of the week. This coming year, we had Mr. Zatur, who was a winner. We had our lovely Shallow duet. One of our goals is to have more collaborations with other clubs. So this year we had the Filipino week with the other Filipino-based clubs, which was super awesome, and we hope to do that again, hopefully, and ask other clubs for more collaborations. If anyone wants to collab with us, please reach out. And another ongoing thing that's kind of a continuation for many years is our schools in the Philippines have been trying to build a library for their school. So we are still boxing up lots of books and sending them off to kind of cultivate their library.
That's awesome. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wish for Kids. That sounds amazing. Now we're on to our service spotlight. This is the last week to submit these, so find the link in our email and show your gratitude.
We had a ton of submissions this week, so we're going to highlight a few more than usual. So let's get started. To Brenda Lee from an anonymous sender. Brenda, your work ethic has always inspired me, especially more so during quarantine. You've remained so focused and passionate about not only service, but a series of other passion projects as well. Keep it up.
To Luis Valiao from Regina Bernardo. Luis, there are no words to describe how excited I am for you to be on the GK team next year. I've seen how dedicated you are, whether it's through helping us plan for the service trip or sacrificing any free time to stay at a booth. My only regret is that I won't be able to work alongside you, but I know that you're going to do great things.
To Carolina from Veronica Lee. Thank you so much for all of your support for ECHO this year and for always helping to find new ways to bring ECHO forward. I admire your own project with EDR so much, and I really hope you will continue to carry the spirit of service that ECHO was so lucky to have from you this year. Best of luck on the next steps on your journey. ECHO will miss you.
To Miss Mikey from Regina Bernardo. Mikey, I cannot thank you enough for your leadership and guidance these past 2 years. First becoming an officer was daunting, and president even more so, but I lucked out by having you as one of GK's sponsors. You always bring so much joy to our meetings, and I'm going to miss you and your cute first grade classroom so much next year.
To Rekha Herman from Jay Prakash. Dear Rekha, I want to say thank you for all the effort you put into prison to make it the best it can be. You're so caring and passionate as a service leader, and I'm so glad I got to know you these last 2 years.
To Cal Galicia from Regina Bernardo. Cal, we've come so far. From being GK newbies to running the show, I wouldn't have wanted to grow and learn so much with anyone else. Your commitment to doing the best for service constantly inspires me. I can't wait to see the new heights you'll bring to the entire service community, and know that if you get lost, you can always be found.
To Victoria Carrillo from Veronica Lee. Your dedication to ECHO was imperative to the club's success this year. Your engagement with the club opened doors for everyone, and your voice during our very quiet 8 a.m. meetings was a relief for all of the officers. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm and your support, and I am reassured in knowing that ECHO has a bright future with you around.
To Belen Hutchins from Rex Yang. Hi Belen, I want to congratulate you for being the amazingly committed member you've been this year and appreciate what you bring to CFC ever since your middle school days. You're one with a heart for service, and what you contributed to the club in the past was most meritorious out of all, bar none. I know one day you will get what you want.
To Nina Antonio from Regina Bernardo. Nina, I am so excited to watch how your leadership will grow GK, especially since I've already witnessed your passion so much this year, through spending every lunch at the booth, even to working late nights to make sure posters and decorations are perfect. I know you already have so many ideas brewing, and I can't wait to see them take off.
And finally, from Aditya Duda to the Senior Gin Officers. Hey, Senior Gin Officer team, thank you so much for everything you guys have done to bring Gin to where it is now. With all of you guys leaving this year, Gin will never be the same. Hopefully we can continue all the amazing work you have done and use everything that you've taught us to make Gin even better. Have a Gin-tastic year in college.
Thank you so much, everyone. We'll now take the time to recognize recently elected officer teams for the 2020 to 2021 year. The new ECHO team, Matthias Zach, Henrique Lee, Victoria Carrillo, and Sofia Camas.
Congrats to the new Caring for Cambodia team, Sarah Dada, Karan Kupa-Apte, Neil Ralapali, Ananya Williams, Rex Yang.
And finally, congratulations to the new officers of Eden Institute, Advayat Chandramo, Mariko Su, and Luke Pline. Before we move on to our final segment this week, we have a few words of gratitude. Thank you so much to the SAS service community for having inspired me so much for the past 4 years. You guys have really been my home and my family. I am constantly in awe of your passion and all of the work that you do. Thank you for always showing up to your booths and putting out new ideas and being 100% committed and loving in all of your service. I will miss you all, and I love you all so much.
And for me, I would just say that from the moment I joined my first service club to the gratitude episode that we're doing today, it has been an absolute privilege to work with every single one of you in the SAS service community. Every single day, I am inspired by so much passion that you guys have and all of your hard work that you do. And it's really comforting to know that for all that you guys do and for all that you guys work towards, when you go out into the world, that your work will continue and your inspiration will never die. So thank you so much for all of the experiences we've had, for all that we've done together, and good luck.
Yeah, and as we mentioned many times in this video, all of our lives wouldn't be the same without the SAS service community. Although we're sad to go, we know we're leaving it behind with very capable and caring hands. Underclassmen, you will change the world, and we are excited to see what you will accomplish. Seniors and class of 2020, thank you for the last 4 years, and I wish you all good luck for your service learning endeavors in the future. Thank you again for everything. And for our final segment, here's some good service news from around the world presented by your ESC officers.
During the COVID-19 pandemic in a mountainous region of Wales in the United Kingdom, Max York and his pet llama, also named Max, have been delivering groceries to elderly people in places that are a little bit harder to reach by car. Max the llama has typically been used as an aid for hikers navigating the mountains. However, during this time, as many of us have also had to do, he's been adapting his service and helping to serve others in a different way, which is really amazing.
I'm sure you're all familiar with biking. But what about biking for a cause? Ethan Rankin, 5-year-old, biked 100 miles in order to raise donations for the National Health Service in the UK. He was inspired by Captain Tom Moore, who was able to raise £32 million by walking in his backyard. Ethan Rankin, inspired by that, raised £5,000 by biking in total 102 miles. And if that just doesn't show you the determination and the youth that service can have in our young generations, I don't know what will.
As a measure of curbing the COVID-19 outbreaks, Germany has placed strict restrictions on religious services nationwide to only allowing worshippers to gather in groups of up to 50 people at a time. As a result of these social restrictions, hundreds of German Muslims in the Neukölln district of Berlin have been struggling to find a place of prayer. However, in a heartening display of interfaith compassion, the Martha Evangelical Church, located in the same district, has opened its doors to Muslims so that they can have a place to pray during quarantine. This act of solidarity and compassion is truly, truly inspiring.
As most late-night shows have been hosted at home for the past 2 months, we can't help but smile at the Tonight Show's Jimmy Fallon and his family, bringing smiles and laughter to households all over the world with their quarantine show. In the past week, Jimmy Fallon's daughters crashed this interview with Ethan Hawke, giggling and laughing on screen. Take a look at any of his episodes if you ever need a laugh. This is truly an amazing act of service. Kudos to the Fallon family.
In this time away from loved ones, people are still finding creative ways to get in a hug. A woman in Virginia went to visit her mother in a nursing home dressed in a huge hippo suit, sterilized of course, to give her mother a hug. In Illinois, a great-grandmother set up a plastic sheet through which she could give hugs to her grandchildren. It's amazing that love really knows no bounds. Thank you for watching this episode of ESC TV.
We love you all so much, and we are so happy for everything that you've done.
And thank you again, class of 2020, for everything we've gone through together.
Yours in service, the Executive Service Council.